Sup guys, Christos here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how you can buy your first ever stock using the FreeTrade trading app. Everything I will show you in this video can be done on your mobile phone on both Apple and Android, and it will take you no longer than about 5 minutes. So if that's something that interests you, hit that like button and stay watching because we're going to be getting straight into this right now. So yeah, I will basically take you through the sign up process, talk a little bit about how to use the platform and stuff like that, and then finally I will buy a real share for myself to show you guys the full process on how all of this exactly works. Okay, so the first thing you obviously need to do is download the FreeTrade app. What I have done is, to make things a lot easier for you guys, is left a referral link in the description of this video that will take you straight where you need to go. So yeah, if you go ahead and click that, what you will then be presented with is a screen with a little bit of information about the app, some instructions on how to sign up, even though I'll be taking you through that anyway. And the best bit about all of this, which I didn't actually mention, is a free share from myself as a thank you for signing up through my link. And yeah, basically, as you should be able to see, it should have either my name or YouTube channel or something like that on the screen, just to make sure that you are coming from the right place. But once you have read all of that, you should see a button at the bottom of the screen that basically just says get the app. And if you click on it, it should then take you to the App Store, depending on what platform you use, whether it's iOS or Android or anything like that. And you can go ahead and download it like you would do any other app on your mobile phone. Okay, so once you have all that downloaded, we can now go through the ridiculously simple sign up process. So what you need to do is find the FreeTrade app on your mobile phone, and once you click on that, you will be presented with the first page of the sign up process. And when you're ready, we can click continue. I'm going to click screen record on my phone and let's take you through it step by step. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to see when you sign up is the bit where you need to put in your email address. So if you go ahead and put your email address in, I will just put in mine as we speak. There we go. And once you've confirmed that, you're going to click continue. And then basically from there, you will need to go over to your emails, and FreeTrade actually make this really easy because they have a button where you can click open the mail app. And this is basically where you'll need to go and just confirm that this is you and your email that you're signing up with. So if you go ahead and click that, you should be able to open the mail app to your mail account, of course. And then you will be presented with a magic link where you can literally just click log into FreeTrade, and that will take you straight back to the app. And that's kind of confirmed that that is you. Next up, you will need to set yourself a passcode. I'm not going to share with you mine, even though this is just a demo account. You will then need to go and confirm that once more. And you can also pick, depending on the phone that you're using, whether you want to use kind of Face ID or Touch ID to be able to log into the account in the future, which obviously is very helpful. Next up, you need to put in your legal first name and surname. Next up, you're going to need to put in your postcode. I'm not going to share mine on the screen here just for privacy purposes, but I'm sure you know what to do with this as you've probably signed up to other apps in the past. Next up, you'll need to select your nationality. So we're going to put United Kingdom in. And then the next thing that you're going to need to do is put in your national insurance number. So if you don't know what that is, you should have a national insurance card, but if you can't find it, if you've ever received a payslip or a P45, P60 or anything like that, it should be on there as well, but you'll need to go ahead and add that. The next thing you need to do after that is confirm that you are not a US citizen or have any kind of ties to the US at all, because you are going to be potentially buying US stocks, and then you would then be subject to tax, but you need to let them know that you are not a US resident. And I believe that FreeTrade is only available to UK customers at the moment anyway. So yeah, basically everyone should just be ticking this. But once you've entered your national insurance number in, you can click continue. All right, so after you've done that kind of basic sign up process where you just enter your basic information and stuff like that, you should then be presented with a screen that looks a little bit something like this, that basically just says you have now signed up to FreeTrade, and here are a couple of the things that you have left to do to get your free share and literally be fully activated on the platform. And as you can see, the first bit that you have to do is fill in the US Tax Exemption Form, where basically you just have to declare that you are not from the US once again. And whilst it may seem a little bit daunting looking at the form, because there's lots of words and lots of kind of confusing expressions and stuff like that, it's actually really simple. And basically, whilst I am not a tax advisor or anything like that, Most people, you just have to tick all 4 boxes and you're done. All right, so now you've got that boring bit out of the way. It is all exciting from now. And the next thing that you have to do is actually add some money to your account so that we can actually invest. Now, basically you have a couple of options on how you can do this. Number one, you can do it via a bank transfer. And usually this actually takes a couple of hours for your money to actually get onto the platform. But if you're impatient like me and you want that money instantly, you can actually use Apple Pay, obviously if you have an iPhone, and it will be pretty much instant. Now, when it comes to how much you actually want to add onto the platform, of course, that is completely up to you. To officially get the free stock that I was talking about at the start, you only need to add £1 to your account. But in this video, what I'm going to go ahead and do is now add £100 so I can actually demonstrate buying a couple of stocks for you guys. Okay, so congratulations. By this stage, you should see a nice little thank you message that looks a little bit like this, basically saying that you have now earned your free share and it will all be revealed soon. Just from past experience, it does say it takes around 7 to 10 days to get your free share, but most of the time when I've referred someone else, they've always come back to tell me their free share, and they said it took around 5 days to do. But do not panic if you haven't received yours after 5 days. You will definitely receive it as long as you've got that message saying that you have received a free share and stuff like that. You are absolutely fine. One thing to note as well is also to let me know about what free share you do receive as well, because I'm always interested to hear that, and I will also let you know which one I get to from the referral and stuff like that. Basically, if you show me yours, I'll show you mine, kind of thing, and stuff like that. But anyway, having said all this, we are now free to go ahead and buy our first ever share using FreeTrade. Okay, so what you can see here is the home screen, and you'll basically see this once you have signed up to the FreeTrade app. And as you can see, we've got £136.76 in my account. I did say I was only going to put £100 in there, but I did have £36.76 in there before, so that is the total what I have there. And this is basically the screen where you can see your portfolio over kind of different timescales and stuff like that. You can also go ahead and refer people to free shares and stuff like that, just like I have done. Now, when you want to actually go ahead and invest in a stock or a share, you're actually going to want to come down to the bottom tab here and go all the way to the Discover tab. And basically what you can see here is a load of different options. They have some nice kind of things that you can look at. Obviously, you've got the most recently viewed stocks that I've taken a look at. You have some green energy stocks there. You can look at stocks in different sectors. You've got popular ETFs, which is an exchange traded fund, which I'm actually going to be investing in one of those in this example. Basically, if you didn't know what an exchange traded fund, very basically, instead of just buying one company, you're buying literally a fund of companies. So this one here is the 500 largest US stocks. So you actually invest a little bit into all of those different stocks, but more on that in another video. You've got some REITs here, which is real estate investment trusts. You've got popular stocks as well, as you can see, the ones that you normally see like Tesla, Apple, AMC and stuff like that. And there's just some cool little options that you can take a look at, or you can just go ahead and search. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. So the first stock that I'm going to buy is a stock that I really like investing in. One quick plug, actually, if you actually subscribe to the channel, what I'm going to be doing is revealing my entire stock portfolio in about a week's time. So subscribe and make sure you have your notification bell turned on so you don't miss that. But one stock that is going to feature a lot in that is going to be Coca-Cola, and that's what we're going to be investing in today. So as you already can see, if you go ahead and search Coca-Cola, what you can see is all the options, but the one that you're going to be looking for is the one with the symbol KO, which is the actual Coca-Cola stock. And once you click on that, you will see some information about the stock. You see some stats about it in the stock market. You can see its dividend yield, which is really interesting because this is actually a dividend paying stock. You can do a bit of research about what the stock price has been over the last kind of year, or the all time as well, last 7 days, and stuff like that, which is really good. It tells you a little bit about the stock here, what industry it's in. You can go ahead and look at the costs and charges for owning this stock and stuff like that. But I'm not going to get too deep into it. I'm just going to be showing you how you can actually invest in that stock. And as you can see here, we don't actually own any Coca-Cola on this app, so I can't actually sell any of the stock, but what I can obviously go and do is go ahead and buy it. So that's exactly what we're going to do right now. I'm going to go ahead and click buy this stock. So this is when you will be presented with kind of the order screen, and basically with FreeTrade in the free app that you're using, you can only place an instant order. And basically the way this works is that once you click buy, which we will do in just a second, that order is placed immediately and you will get the best price at that time. One thing to note, which is very, very important, and something I made a massive mistake on when I bought my first ever stock, is that you have to do this whilst the stock market is open. If you were to go ahead and buy this whilst the US market was shut, maybe let's say at 11 or 12 o'clock at night, then that order would actually be queued, and what you will actually take is the price on the opening of the next day. Now this can actually mess you up, especially if you thought you were buying your stock at a really cheap price, and then overnight maybe the stock had some good news, and at the opening bell it actually opened up a lot higher, and then maybe the next day it could come down again and stuff like that. Basically my rule is always really invest in the stocks that you want to invest in whilst their respected markets are open. And as you can see on my phone, it is 3:15 today, which in America means that the stock market is open, which is really good, and we can place this instant order. Obviously if you wanted to do limit orders or triggered orders and stuff like that, which are very much advanced in my opinion, you could go ahead and grab the FreeTrade Plus app, which I don't really recommend for someone just getting started out. Next thing to actually notice about FreeTrade is that unlike some platforms, they actually offer fractional shares. This is basically where you don't actually have to buy a full share of a stock to actually be able to own the stock. Now, I use Hargreaves Lansdown quite a lot for some of my other investments, and they don't actually offer this feature. So if I wanted to buy Coca-Cola, I would actually have to spend $53.31 cents on that stock. I wouldn't be able to buy like half a stock and stuff like that, which I think is a really cool feature about FreeTrade as well, especially when there are more expensive stocks out there like Amazon and stuff like that. It allows you as a kind of smaller investor to get involved with that stock if you want to. But yeah, what we're going to do is go ahead and try and buy as close to one share of Coca-Cola as possible. As you can see, the latest price is $53.31. So using my maths, I'm going to take a guess that's around £45, maybe a little bit cheaper. Let's go for £40. And there you can see is we are buying 1.0259 of Coca-Cola's, which is basically one share. And basically, if I'm happy with that, I'm going to go ahead and click review order, and that's going to bring up some information. So the first thing is the amount we're investing. Obviously, because we are buying an American stock here, we actually have an FX conversion and an estimated currency rate and stuff like that. We've also got the latest price as of 15/13 today, the number of shares and the total cost. So totally it's going to cost me £39.94 to buy one share of, or just over one share of Coca-Cola. The next thing and the final thing, all we have to do now is click confirm buy, which I'm going to do right now. I'm going to do my Face ID order, and then it's sending my order. It says this may take a minute. And there we go. We get a notification to say that we have bought a stock of Coca-Cola, exactly how many shares we own, how much the price per share we got it at, and the total cost it cost us. And it obviously, as you can see, it says order status is complete. So if we now click done and we go back to our portfolio, what you can see down here is this is just a free share that I got countryside, is our investment of Coca-Cola. And if we were to click on that, you can then see that we have our investment there and stuff like that, and how much gain that we've actually made. And so far we've already made 1 penny. So we are well on our way to becoming millionaires right now. So that's the first one. The next one, what we're going to do is actually go and purchase one that is from the UK Stock Exchange, so the London Stock Exchange. And this time we're going to be investing in a ETF, which is an exchange traded fund. So I did speak about this a little bit earlier. Instead of buying one stock, you're actually going to be buying a collection of stocks. And what I'm going to be doing is investing in the FTSE 250, which is stocks number 101 to 250 on the London Stock Exchange. And I'm going to be buying a fund called VMID, which is by Vanguard. If you haven't heard of them already, they are one of the leading kind of fund creators in the market. And as you can see here, once we've searched in VMID, we can see the FTSE 250 stock here with the symbol VMID. So if we go ahead and click on that, I'm not going to go through all of this again. We're simply going to go ahead and buy this share. And as you can see, we've got the same screen and stuff like that. Once again, the UK market is currently open, so we're going to get the price that we are seeing here. And as you can see, the latest price of the VMID stock is £34.81. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and add, let's say, £35. And as you can see, that is going to give us 1 share of the FTSE 250 ETF, which is called VMID. This time I'm going to go ahead and click review order. And as you can see, this time we don't actually have a currency exchange because we're obviously buying it from our native currency and we're buying it from pounds and not dollars and stuff like that. So as you can see, I'm just going to review my order once again, see how much shares we're getting, how much the total cost is. And then basically all I'm going to do is click confirm buy once more, do my Face ID, it's sending the order. And then as I wait, we should then receive a notification that says we have now had our purchase complete. And once again, as you can see, the number of shares, the price per share and stuff like that. And then as we head to our portfolio, it is now sat right under Coca-Cola because I believe this orders it in kind of value and stuff like that. You might be able to change it if you want to. But yeah, there's my first 2 investments. If I want to go ahead and look at my kind of portfolio, you can go ahead to this bit and you can see how much I have in stocks, how much I have in cash. I can click on the sectors as well, as you can see. Obviously, when you buy more and more shares of different places, you're going to be able to see this a lot clearer. This is only just through free stocks that I have on my account. You can go and check your activity as well on this app if you want to and stuff like that. One thing I really do recommend is taking a good look through this Discover feature of the app. I think it's really good for beginners and how to research stocks and stuff like that, especially if you don't want too many numbers thrown at you. And you can actually discover quite a few stocks that you've never heard of through this page as well. I certainly have, just through having a look in this demo and stuff like that. But yeah, that is pretty much how to invest in your first stock through FreeTrade. Now, of course, when it comes to picking stocks for yourself, I can't really sit here and give you stocks that you should go and buy. That is not what I do. I'm just showing you how I do it and stuff like that. But I really do recommend doing your own research, you know, really taking some time to have a look at some different stocks and stuff like that. And then if you really wanted to be a lot less risk averse, I would go for an ETF where you're buying lots of kind of little shares in a company as well. So that is exactly how to buy your first stock with FreeTrade. Of course, let me know what free share you do get in the comment section down below when you do receive it, and I will let you know what one I received as well. But yeah, if you did find any value from this video, make sure you hit a like down below. I'll leave a couple of videos that may interest you further about stocks and shares and investing and stuff like that. But apart from that, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.